Hey, how's it going? My name's Eric. I'm with Painting Business Pro, and I'm going to be the one who's going to be helping you guys start or grow or expand your painting business, hopefully over the course of the next couple weeks, or the next couple months, or even the next couple years. I want to start just by telling you a little bit about myself and how I got started with the painting business. I've been in the painting business for 9 years now, and I started when I was 18, and I was actually working with a company, and over the course of 6 years, by the time I was 24, I generated $2.5 million of business with painting. I trained 60 other people to start and run their own painting companies, and since then, in the last 3 years, I actually started my own company. I've helped about 10 of my best friends start their own companies. I've also helped strangers and people I've never met around the country start or grow their painting businesses. So I've been doing this a whole lot. I know a ton about different systems, and that's what I'd like to really get into sharing with you guys. But first, I just want to tell you why I think the painting business is such a great thing and why I've helped 10 of my friends here in Colorado start their own painting businesses. Many of them have become my competition, and what's been really exciting about that is although I've helped some of my friends start their own painting companies in the same cities as I am, and we compete, we still continue to grow. And the reason that is because the painting business is very low competition. It's a really simple business, and when you know what you're doing, it's really easy to grow a painting company. So just to kind of give you an idea, I've started my painting business 3 years ago, and now it's a six-figure business. We'll do about $750,000 in revenue this year. Make over six figures, make over $100,000. I work only about 5 to 10 hours a week on my painting business, and I only work 10 months out of the year. So every November and December I take the year off. In January I work about 20 hours a week. And then February through the rest of the year, I'm only working about 5 to 10 hours a week, and I want to kind of show you how I do that. So I'm going to start by showing you just really how I have my business set up. So first of all, there's 3 parts to your business and 3 main systems that you're going to need to develop and that I'm going to be teaching you. And so the first one is marketing. And then we also have sales. So marketing is where we're generating clients, potential clients, so leads is what we'll call those. So marketing is all about generating leads, people who want estimates, people who are thinking about painting. Sales is the process of actually, once you've got the lead, contacting the customer all the way through the end of the sale, whether they decide to hire you or not. So I would say this is, one side of the business. And then once you have customers, the other system that you need to develop is a system for production. So that's going to be the other side of the business. So these are the 3 systems that we really need to create. So here's how my company is set up. Here I am at the top. This is me, Eric. Over here on sales and marketing I have Ben. So Ben's been working with me for a couple years. And Ben is in charge of all sales and marketing. So he's my sales manager. Now Ben's job is he manages our sales reps. So he has 4 sales reps who work underneath him. So sales reps, their job is to do all the marketing and the sales. So what that means is we have a system for marketing. So when we hire a sales rep, we have a system that we're going to teach them so that they can constantly get a nice flow of leads that they can go out and do estimates for. And we have a really simple system to do that, and they actually will pay for and take care of both of these things. So Ben's only job is to manage these 4 sales reps, and they're the ones who actually generate all of our marketing and all of our sales. So they go out every week and they generate leads and they generate sales, and every week they come back and they meet Ben. On Mondays they meet Ben and they turn in all of their jobs to Ben. So they hand in all the jobs that they've booked. Here's client Johnson, Smith, and all these jobs. Then what Ben does is he sets goals and makes a plan for them to hit their goals the next week. Then Ben takes those folders and those new clients and he takes them and he does a meeting with Paul. So Paul, he's my production manager. So Paul's job is once we book a client, Paul is the one who contacts the client, he helps them figure out their colors, he helps them deal with homeowners associations, answers any questions they have, but most importantly he manages all the scheduling. And so once a client has their house is completely ready to go, Paul goes and he meets with one of his 6 subcontractors. So down here we have subcontractors. So these are people who own painting businesses themselves, but they're usually not people who like to do marketing and sales. They like to just do production. And so they're usually willing to do this for a lower price than we sell the job at. And so Paul has hired and manages all these subcontractors and deals with the scheduling. So what I do on a week-to-week basis is I meet with Ben on Monday to help him support his sales reps, and then I meet with Paul on Monday to make sure he's managing everything with the schedule. So that's about an hour and a half meeting with each of them, and then they take care of everything else. So Paul actually deposits all of the checks when we finish jobs. He puts them right in my bank account for me, and when we book jobs, Ben goes and puts all the deposits into my bank account for me. So the only other thing that I do besides meet with these guys every week is every 2 weeks I run payroll, which takes me about an hour, because I have a really simple system for that as well. And the other thing that I do is I field phone calls here and there throughout the week. So on busy weeks, that might be a few hours of phone calls. Not so busy weeks, like this time of year, I don't get a lot of phone calls. So this is really as simple as the business can look. So what you need to do in order to set up a business like this is you need to create systems. The reason that this works is because we have systems for our sales reps to follow. So something that's really important to know is that our sales reps, the ones we hire every year, are people who have never done sales before in painting. We take people, usually like college students or young people who haven't ever done sales, and we bring them in and we run them through our marketing and training system and train them how to do it, and people are super effective. So just to give you an example, I had a young man contact me a few weeks back. He bought a course from me on how to start and run a painting business, and his name is Sean. So Sean's 27 years old, he lives in California, and for the last 7 years he's been trying to start a business, and he's tried 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different businesses, I forget how many, but he's just failed at one after another. And he bought this course and he was emailing me and asking for help and getting questions, so I actually gave him a call and I said, hey man, let me help you be successful. So I set up 4 phone calls with Sean. So they were an hour and a half phone call, and I did 4 of them with him to teach him our sales process. And then we implemented the marketing system, so he started getting leads coming into him. The very first estimate he did, he booked for $2,700. He started the job 2 days later with one of the subcontractors he hired. 2 days after that, the job was complete, and he made $1,000. And since then, I've been talking to him. He's just been updating me with how things are going, and he continues to book work and close jobs. So the key here is having systems that work, and that's what I'm going to be teaching you, is how do you implement systems that just work for marketing so you have a constant flow of leads coming into your business, an effective sales process so you can turn those leads into sales, and then an effective production process where you can simply and easily produce those jobs to complete those clients. So that's what I'm going to be getting into in all the future videos, is starting to teach you these systems. And I could talk for days about painting, so there's a lot of depth in this, so I'm going to kind of take it one step at a time and try and give you little tips and everything as we go, and things that you can actionably implement into your business right away. So the first kind of homework assignment I have for you, and what you should do between now and the next video I send you, which is going to be in a couple days, is I want you to go through and take a piece of paper and write down what are all the things that you do in your business. Like, what do you actually spend your time doing in your business? And it's really important to start there, because what I've found is many painters and painting companies, they spend all their time working in their business, and they don't have an opportunity to work on it and actually create systems for their business to start to run itself. So there's a lot of things that these subcontractors do, my production manager does, Ben does, my sales reps do, that a lot of painters do themselves. So are you going to the paint store? Are you going and dropping by job sites? Are you, doing estimates yourself? What is it that you're actually spending your time doing? So that's what I want you to start to look at, is what are you spending all your time doing? And then the second piece is who else could do those jobs for you so you don't have to. Because that's going to be really important as we move forward, so that you actually have time to implement the things that we're going to be teaching. Because if you don't free up any time, most likely your business is going to stay about the same. So that's about it. So take 5 minutes right now and just write down and look at your schedule. What is it that you're spending all your time doing? And then the next video that I send you here in a couple days, we'll talk about how to start to delegate and get rid of some of those things that a lot of people spend their time doing. So I'll see you then.